everyone! So for today, I'm going to be reviewing the SanSan HD foundation. A lot of you guys recommended and requested for this video. That's why it's going to be my first video of the year. And I'm really excited to try this foundation out because I really enjoyed the WW Cream. If you guys haven't seen my review on that, I'll just leave it in the description box down below. Before I start, let me first read the product claims. At the back of the box, it says that it has excellent coverage for skin imperfections, formulated with vitamins A, C, E, and SPF 30 for a healthier and naturally radiant skin. Oil-free liquid foundation blends superbly with any color cosmetics for a picture-perfect look. This is how the foundation looks like. It comes in a glass packaging and a pump. Contains 30 ml of the product. And the shade that I got is beige. This is how the product looks like. The consistency is a bit thick. As you can see, it's not really running down at the back of my hand. So as usual, I'm going to be priming the left side of my face, but this time I'm going to be using a Radiance primer because it's the only primer that I have with me at the moment, and I really want to see the performance of this foundation with the primer. So if ever the left side of my face is dewier or more radiant, it's because of the primer. Don't worry, you're still going to see the performance of the product without the primer on the right side of my face. I've just finished applying my primer, and as you can definitely see, the left side of my face is much dewier as compared to my right side. So yeah, just keep that in mind throughout this entire video. I'm also going to be using a sponge on the left side of my face and a brush on the right side of my face. I'm just going to blend that out with a damp sponge. Oops, sorry, let me bring you guys in a bit closer. It evened out my skin tone, and it also reduced the redness on my cheeks. I only applied a little bit of a product and it already somewhat covered up my acne scars. So that's a good thing. It's not also that sticky, but you can definitely feel that you have makeup on. It also wasn't that hard to blend with a beauty blender. So with what's left at the back of my hand, I'm gonna apply that on the right side of my face and blend that out with a brush. Alright, the right side of my face has more coverage as compared to the left side of my face because again, I applied it using a brush. And for those of you who want a more full coverage effect, I suggest you use a brush. I'm honestly impressed with the coverage of this foundation because one pump covered my entire face. You can still see my acne marks and my acne scars, but that's fine. I can cover it up with what's left at the back of my hand. And again, this is only one pump and I still have some product left at the back of my hand. I'm just gonna go ahead and cover that up now. I'm just gonna use a beauty blender to blend that out. It did cover it up more when I applied another layer of foundation, but it didn't significantly add coverage to it. So this product is buildable, but it's not that buildable. Now that the foundation has already somewhat set on my face, I can see that it somewhat emphasized my imperfections even more, like as compared to my other foundations. It settled in my dry patches, of course. My foundations always do that. It also looks a bit cakey, so hopefully throughout the entire day it blends in with my skin better. And I'm just gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face and I'll get back to you guys in a bit. Alright, so I'm back and I just realized that I forgot to tell you guys my skin type. I have combination skin. I'm oily in my T-zone and I have some dry patches on my forehead area. It's now 8:03 a.m. Today is actually my first day of class, so I'm leaving in a bit for school. And I went a little extra with my highlight today because you want your highlight to be as bright as your future. It's really poppin'. I wouldn't want my highlight to be brighter than my future, so I just made it as bright as my future. Sorry, corny. I won't be updating you guys like throughout the day since again I'm going to school. I'll just share with you guys my final thoughts in my last update. So yeah, see you then. 8:05 p.m. and it's been on my face for about 12 hours now, so that's a really long time. And looking at my face is actually oily at the moment, but I didn't blot throughout the entire day and it doesn't look as bad in person as it is on camera, probably because the light is hitting my face, like directly on my face. That's why it looks super duper shiny, but in person it's not this shiny. I didn't blot throughout the entire day, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. So, ayan, nag-transfer siya sa tissue. And I noticed also that the product disappeared at the sides of my nose, probably because I wear glasses. So, if you wear glasses, for sure, matatanggal siya sa gilid ng ilong nyo. But so far, okay siya. Upon application, it looked cakey on my face. But looking at it now, it somewhat blended in with my skin. Unfortunately, it did settle in my dry patches in my forehead. Like, I'm not sure if you guys can see it. There isn't much product anymore, but it did settle in my dry patches and my mascara. First day, tapos kumalat yung mascara ko. But it's kind of my fault. I knew that that mascara transferred and I still wore it. So my overall thoughts on this foundation is that I like it, but I wouldn't recommend it if you have oily skin or if you have like textured skin, because again, it will settle in those areas. It didn't really completely settle on my lines, like underneath my eyes or my laugh lines, but my dry patches, it settled there. So that's very unfortunate. Somebody commented in one of my videos that she had a hard time applying the foundation on her face. Like, she had to apply it about 3 times because it was like leaving streak marks or cakiness on her face. So what I recommend is that you use a damp beauty blender, or if ever you're gonna use a brush, to make sure to just apply a thin layer of the foundation and to really blend it out well. I used a flat top brush. Wait. This is the brush that I use. It's from Marionette and it has a flat top surface. What I like about like flat top brushes is that you can better apply the foundation and you can apply it in circular motions. Actually, that's the best way to apply it, but sometimes I drag the product around. So yeah, just a friendly tip if ever you're having a hard time. Now, as for coverage, I can say that this product has medium to full coverage. It didn't completely cover up my acne scars, but pwede na, considering that one pump already covered up my entire face and I also was able to spot conceal my blemishes. Okay yun. That's super sulit considering that this product costs about 205 pesos. Again, if I'm wrong, I'll just leave it in the description box down below. So with that in mind, knowing that it has medium to full coverage, just apply a small amount of layer on your face and then just blend it out and then just keep adding until you have your desired coverage. Because if you just straight on add a lot of product at the same time, it's of course gonna really kick up your face. Now, as to longevity, this product transfers. So if ever you're the type of person who touches her face a lot, the part where you touch your face is definitely not gonna have any foundation. And yeah, I noticed it lang in the sides of my nose where my glasses are. It's super duper noticeable that there, I don't have foundation anymore. Again, sorry about my mascara. I also somewhat controlled the oil on my face. I only noticed the oil starting to show up in the 5th to 6th hour, and that's relatively long as compared to other foundations. But then again, I was in school, so it was air conditioned. I don't know if that's the reason why I started oiling up in the 5th hour or 6th hour. I don't know. It probably depends. But then again, if you have a oilier skin type than me and you're gonna keep blotting your face with this foundation, it's gonna transfer and baka at the end of the day, wala ka ng foundation sa face mo, kabablot. So yeah, I like this foundation. It only costs 205 pesos. It has good coverage and it lasts relatively long. And again, this is only based on my experience. So your experience might be different from mine. If ever you did have like a different experience with this foundation, just leave it in the comment section down below just to help other people out. And yeah, that concludes this video. Thank you so much guys for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Peace out.